Peace. What's going on, Patrick? ConservativeRap, and we're witnessing something truly extraordinary on the geopolitical stage. While the media is spinning the chaos, Trump and the Patriots, they've been quietly, relentlessly forging peace across the globe. It's just a matter of months. I think maybe 8 or 9 so far. And the war in Israel is winding down, not through endless diplomacy, but through actually like decisive type leadership. And now nations are lining up to support the peace process. Welcome to Conservative Rap. Here I like to cover the geopolitical alongside the financial and economic, as well as the social and political internal to the nation. There's a lot that's happening that the media just simply isn't covering. So I think this is important. And when you hear some of my rhymes, you'll understand the actual material or source material from them. So check this out. From the man himself, I'm proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. This means that all the hostages will be released very soon. And this was last Wednesday? This means that all of the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line as the first steps towards strong, durable, and everlasting peace. All parties will be treated fairly. This is a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel, and all surrounding nations, and the United States of America. And we thank the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey who worked with us to make this historic and unprecedented event happen. I think this is something they're actually acknowledging in the media. Blessed are the peacemakers. What a wonderful phrasing, and it's fantastic to see. Next, let's move on to some other geopolitical events. Think about how historic this is, though, in just 8 or 9 months. What type of narrative does any hyper-leftist media outlet have to counter that? It's insane. Share this tab instead. Spain's grid operator warns of new voltage swings, urges measures to avoid another massive blackout. Get ready for some of this here as the information starts to continue to pour through. Michael O'Keefe put this out. Irish government has informed the EU that they will not comply with a demand to force hate speech laws on the public. This is a hugely significant moment for free speech. I don't believe this is in English.
Is it your intention to reintroduce the hate speech legislation that was a dramatic failure in the last government and proposed by the previous Minister for Justice?
The answer is no, but can I just give you an overview as to why the answer is no? I'm fairly satisfied that Ireland has transposed the European Council framework decision on combating certain forms and expressions of racism and xenophobia in a manner appropriate and tailored to the domestic system of law in Ireland. I want to assure members of the House that Ireland's position has been communicated to the European Commission, and our position is that the framework decision is fully transposed in Irish legislation in a manner that is appropriate and tailored to Ireland's domestic system of criminal law and procedure, and is in line, of course, with Article 40.6 of the Constitution, which expressly respects and protects the rights to freedom of expression and people to express their views freely.
Amen. It failed in Ireland, and that stuff's going to fail here. Thank God we have a First Amendment that prevents a lot of this nonsense from ever taking off the floor, off the ground. And again, here we are. Macron in France will name a new prime minister. I think he's on like number 7 or number 8 by now, averting snap election and further political turmoil. What a wild week it's been for French politics. Let's dive right into the latest development. Overnight news that President Emmanuel Macron will appoint a new prime minister by Friday evening, avoiding for now a snap election that could spark even more political turmoil. Country going down in flames. Right, of course. UBS analyst Aditi saying Majidi updated clients with the latest. The new PM will face significant challenges, including forming a cabinet and navigating a split parliament with 3 deeply antagonistic blocs, as well as the looming 2027 presidential election. Lecornu, who resigned after less than a month in office, expects a new premier to be named rather than early legislative elections or Macron's resignation to resolve the crisis. He emphasized that the prospects for snap legislative elections have receded and insisted that Macron should serve out his mandate until 2027, adding, "Let's not make the French believe that it's the president who votes the budget." There's no indication yet on who could be the new premier unless Le Cornu is reappointed. His successor will be the 8th Prime Minister of Macron's presidency since 2017. Le Cornu suggested that a more technocratic government could be named with new people in the new cabinet having ambitions to stand in the 2027 presidential elections. He highlighted the need for the team that decides to roll up its sleeves and solve the country's problems until the presidential election. And let's take a look at who is this person, current Prime Minister, France. Yeah, it was Le Cornu. All right, so here we are. Moving on to more on X. Share this tab instead. I love this. Democrats trying to figure out how to make Trump to be a fascist for creating peace between Israel and Hamas. It's exactly right. Everything they've pushed has been proven fundamentally wrong and erroneous. And the more that they drive on this Trump derangement syndrome, the more people wake up to the facts that they themselves are the problem. All right, here it is. I love this clip. This also. War begins and war ends. This is with Rubio. You may have seen the clip where he actually walked up and told them in the same kind of manner and fashion. It's deep. Next, this is the actual clip. Let's take a quick.
Criminal conspiracy.
Okay. I'm just giving. I was just given a note by the Secretary of State saying that we're very close to a deal in the Middle East, and they're going to need me pretty quickly. So I will take a couple of more questions.
Criminal conspiracy.
Amazing. The Peace President, of course. This is put out by Trump on Truth. And then lastly, I may have shared this clip earlier, but President Trump, the President of Peace, President Trump ended 7 wars in just 7 months. Cambodia and Thailand, Kosovo and Serbia, the DRC and Rwanda, Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, Israel and Gaza. At this point, I think they're going to have to give this man a Nobel Peace Prize. It's fascinating. These breakthroughs are happening. I think we're on 9 points with Iran. It'll be 10 when we get to Russia and Ukraine. And these just aren't numbers. They're milestones. If peace is the prize, then President Trump, he's earned it. Once again, the peace gets negotiated, the deep state loses its grip. Their power depends on perpetual conflict, but peace it's like a disruptor, and it's happening faster than anybody thought possible. What do you think? Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, and check me out at ConservativeRap.com for more. Thanks and take care.